So we have a problem in the shower, but we have a solution, and this is part of our biannual maintenance. We don't do this every year, but we do check it every year. And that is the sealing on our shower, basically the caulking on our shower. After 6 years of pulling this rig down the road, you know, these walls and the glass panels shake and rattle. It loosens up that caulk. So we're going to fix that today, and we're going to show you how. So during our last outing, I noticed that right in this little corner right back here, I noticed that we were getting a little bit of drip, and that was just coming from the frame of the shower there. And it's nothing to panic about. It's not a water leak. It's just the caulking needs to be done. So this video, we're gonna recaulk all the shower. And the first thing that you have to do is super simple. First thing that you need to do is get all the old caulk out and get it nice and clean and dry. They recommend that you do this project when it's at least 40 degrees or higher outside. It just helps the caulking dry and set up. And it's about 45 degrees out. But the heater, it's beautiful. We've had the heater running here in the trailer, so it's nice and warm in the trailer. So we're going to give this a good cleaning, which it needs anyway, and then we're going to recaulk. And then also, while we're at it, we're going to tighten up any screws that might be loose. All right, so let's get to work. First things first, you're going to need a screwdriver or something to get the old caulking out. I'm also going to be, hitting it with a pocket knife. That wasn't easy to see. You're going to need a caulking gun and some caulk, or the squeeze type caulk if you like using that. I like using this DAP Quick Seal Ultra kitchen and bath plumbing. It sets up within 4 hours. Our next trip isn't till the beginning of next month, so we don't need to be concerned about the 4 hour, because no water is going to run on this until we get to the next camp out. So yeah, that's all the tools that you're really going to need. Just something to scrape the old caulk out, the new caulk, and I also am using clear. I don't know if you can see that. So like I said, before we start doing all that, we need to give it a good cleaning. These are the two cleaning supplies that I really use. I really like using Simple Green. No matter which version of Simple Green, it's a good degreaser, and it gets things really nice and clean. And then, of course, Lysol. You can't go wrong. It's a germ killer, all-purpose killer, and you know what? It smells really nice too. So this is mango.
Mango man. Mango.
So anyway, and then a little scrubby pad. But I'm going to scrub the inside of this area, especially on the inside where there's a lot of soap scum in there, back in here, and then just start ripping out the caulk. And I'm probably going to do the entire base, because these inserts, you can see they're flexible, and I really don't like water getting under there. I've already taken the caulk out of this area right here just to see how easy it was going to be, because you can see where. Okay, so anyway, all right, cool. Let's get started. All right, so as I'm scrubbing, you can see this, a lot of the caulking's coming right off of there. But I definitely want to reseal that up really good. Didn't realize how dirty this crap was. So apparently the last time I caulked this, I caulked it really good. So I had to go get a little razor knife here, and I'm hitting it from the top and from the bottom, and the stuff is peeling right off. show you what we got going on right here. Yeah, this area right in here, I got really thick, and so did this over here. You want to be careful not to cut the fiberglass, but we do want to be able to get under this and pull all this out. There we go. Now, you don't want to put new caulk on top of old caulk. It's just not a good idea. People do it, and I will tell you that I've seen where when you take it into the shop, they do it that way too, but it's not a good practice. It's better just to take the time, dig all this stuff out, and go from there. And that's where a screwdriver comes in pretty handy, because you can get that flathead screwdriver underneath here and start pulling this stuff out. Okay, the cleaning is done, and I got all the caulk out. There's the remnants. And now I'm going to let this sit and dry for a little bit. And then I'm going to come back in and hit it with the caulking. I did have to pull in the big guns. My little knife didn't do it, so I called in the great big, box knife, and it ripped right through that old caulking like nobody's business. And yeah, looking really good. I think while I'm in here. Well, okay, we're back at it. Let me put this camera down. We let things set for a day, and now all that's dry. Came out here, it's clean, and we're going to just run a bead of caulk around. The door side is going to be the easy side. The wall side has a little bit of flex because it's one of those, liner things. So, I'll show you what I'm going to have to do there. But anyway, this is clear. It's white, but it will dry clear. Okay, so everything is nice and caulked, and I'm going to run a bead right in this corner here, just for good measure. Don't really need to, but the caulking, it looks fine there, but I'm going to pull that out and just do that over again. This is a project that you need to do about every other year, I would say, because you know, as things shake and rattle and roll as they're going down the road, you just want to keep things tight, keep a good seal. What you don't want is water damage in your trailer. That's what you don't want. Absolutely. So anyway, we're going to get things cleaned up here, and we'll let that dry, and we'll show you what that looks like. Yeah, so before we show you kind of the finished product there, I just want to reiterate what we said in a video a little while back. And that's the do-it-yourself stuff. I mean, there's people that, you know, take their rigs in to a local dealer or mechanic or whatever, and would have that project done for them, you know, at $165 an hour for labor. And that's the going rate. I was just up at the dealer this week, and you know, they got a sign that gives the hourly rate. So for, you know, an hour job, which, you know, this, and I don't know how they work it if it's overnight, but things have to dry, things have to set. You know, for $300 in labor alone, it's so much easier for me to do it myself. I've got a caulking gun and a Home Depot, and it's just not that complicated. But I do know folks that wouldn't do that. Anyway, super easy stuff that you could do. Hey, look, here's the thing that's for sure. If you take care of your rig, it's going to last longer, and you're going to have less problems down the road. No pun intended. All right, so let's take a look at this, and then we'll wrap the video up. Okay, so that's it. That is the finished product. Take that away, see. Now that stuff in the corner there, that will ultimately dry clear, but I really lathered it up because that's where water pools up. So we're really happy with the way that turned out. That's all nice and sealed. And yeah, good, easy do-it-yourself project. And it's got to be done every once in a while. So I encourage you to do that. All right, thanks for coming along. We'll see you in the next video.